For more than 30 years, she sang in Hawaii showrooms and performed on local stages, but she almost didn't even audition for the part in the Broadway musical that would earn her a Tony Award nomination. Loretta Ables Sayre not only shared her story with us, she invited us into her home where collecting Christmas ornaments and decorating the tree is taken to a whole nother level.
My entire life, I grew up wanting to sing. It was my catharsis for anything that I was going through as far back as I can remember. Literally going to first grade and all the kids, it was show and tell. And kids were coming to class with their petrified wood, you know, and pictures of their families. And I came in with Dinah Washington and Sarah Vaughan albums, and I would put a song on and sing to it. I had a drama teacher at Radford High School who was such an inspiration, and any chance that he could have me sing with him anywhere, he would, and encouraged me. I started performing in high school. This same teacher, Patrick Dixon, really taught me everything I know. All the basics that you need to know about singing in front of a crowd and breathing correctly, and how to sell a song, how to listen to the lyrics or tell the story. After I graduated, he played the piano and sang, and he became musical director for Keola and Kopono Beamer. And at that point, Honolulu City Lights was a big hit. They did 2 shows. Andy Bumatai, their opening act, had a show at 1 o'clock in the morning on the weekends. I was doing reservations, I was the sales manager, and one night at the 1 o'clock show, Andy's show, he said, "We keep hearing that our girl that works in front, Loretta, can sing, and we're gonna have her come up and sing with the house." Well, the house band consisted of my drama teacher on piano, and so we got up and did a song, and it just so happened Keola and Kopono Beamer stayed and watched Andy's show that night, and they heard me sing, and Keola called me the next day and said, "We want you to be our featured female vocalist in our next show." I've been able to do roles in a series called Hawaii 5-0. I did a series of commercials for Bank of Hawaii with Harry and Myra. I've spent a lot of time doing a lot of radio and television voiceover work. So you didn't see me, but I was the voice of Ala Moana Shopping Center and Long's and car commercials and many things. I've sold you lots of things, even though you didn't see me selling it. So I spent almost half the year, this past year, in Connecticut and New York, performing the musical Thoroughly Modern Millie at the Goodspeed Theater. In November, I just finished doing the Blue Note, 2 shows at the Blue Note, doing my jazz standard thing. So I still kind of go back and forth between my jazz standards, that's what I fall back on, and doing theater and musicals. And I have auditions that are out there now. I won't be finding out exactly what's happening with those probably until January. This Christmas tree is a labor of love to us. It is 12 feet tall. We have one entire side of our garage is bins that we store all the ornaments. We haven't counted exactly how many, but we think there's roughly 1,500 ornaments on the tree. It takes us normally 2 or 3 full days. We didn't have that time this year. We just were way too busy. So this year on Thanksgiving, my family came over and I cooked a big feast and then put them to work. And we laughed and laughed and laughed, because even for them, it was bringing back wonderful, wonderful memories. So as you can see, it goes all the way up there, and we have stories. There are ornaments on this tree that go back generations in both of our families. The angel that's on top, back when Liberty House was still here and they would have their day after Christmas sale, and I had no money, but I loved that angel so much. I showed up at 6 o'clock in the morning the day after Christmas and waited until the doors were open, and I shot in there and she was on the shelf waiting for me. My husband, David Sayre, is a PR man, a public relations man. Yes, he does my PR for me. That isn't why I married him, but it really is a great side thing. He's kind and he's loving and he's very, very hopelessly romantic. And when we first got together as a couple, we got this ornament right here, these 2 lovebirds. Years later, we went to New York and we found this. It's Gustav Klimt's The Kiss. We've never seen another ornament like that at all. So those hang on basically what we would call the heart of our tree, because our love is kind of centered right there. And If you look at our tree, there are lovebirds everywhere. 2008, when we opened South Pacific at Lincoln Center, we had picked up this ornament for the Big Apple. They gave us this ornament for South Pacific. So I have some New York dreams that are all here. We closed South Pacific in 2010. And then in 2011, I went to London and performed at the Barbican, at the West End. Somewhere on here I have Pittsburgh and St. Louis. So glamour. We're talking show business glamour all over this tree. Speaking of glamour, I have an ornament here that was given to me from my cousins in Fresno, California, of an outhouse. Because when we were growing up, that's what they had. They didn't have toilets in their house. We used to have to go out to the field to the outhouse. When I was doing You Somebody at Diamond Head Theater back in 2002, I was having car problems, and Ray Bumatai, who was doing the show with me, said to me, "Honey, I'll get you a car." And the next night he showed up with this little red sports car in a box. This is my mom, Jenny. And she was the queen of everything. So she has her crown. She used to love to go Vegas, we go Vegas, spend money. So we have her Vegas ornament behind her, and she loved music. This is my stepdad, Jim. And so their pictures are there close together. My very, very favorite ornament is this one. I'm gonna take her off and show it to you. I call her Hope. And I found her about 25 years ago in a bookstore, and I fell in love with her because she has brown hair, and she's really cute, and she's filled with hope and whimsy, and she's looking out a window, and you can actually see Santa and his reindeer flying in the sky. Every single year, opening up the boxes and opening up the ornaments just bring back memories of people that we love, people that we've lost, angels that are with us and that will always be with us. And it's a story of love, even as we're just looking at the ornaments and unfolding. We have to take time actually to just spend welcoming them again. And then when we put the tree away, it's always so sad because it's going to be another year before we visit with them again. Mele Kalikimaka is the thing to say on a bright Hawaiian Christmas day. La la. Yeah.